Hello guys, welcome to another video. My name is of course Fragrance Matt. I'm joined by my beautiful mum Joanne. Hello again.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now guys, I know that you guys like to see my mum in the reviews because you do have a pretty good nose, if I'm honest with you. So,
well, I've got a very good teacher.
Nah,
so...
no, I wouldn't say so. But, yeah, I hope you guys are all doing very, very well wherever you are around the world. In this review, we're going to be talking about a very, I wouldn't say classic because I don't know if this fragrance is really well known, but the fragrance that we are going to be talking about comes from the company of Yves Rocher, and the fragrance is called Jour. I've never really come across a scent with 8 Jour on it, although I have looked at what it means, and it basically means the 8th day.
Oh.
Whatever that means. I did do a bit of further investigation, and apparently it's to do with International Women's Day.
Which we just had.
Which we just had,
yeah.
Basically, yeah. And as you guys can pretty much guess, this is a feminine fragrance that came out in 1993. Now, as soon as I saw this bottle online, I just fell in love. I mean, this is like a classic, artistic, very old-fashioned perfume design. What I love about it is it's an eau de toilette, although it's not a spray, it's actually technically not a splash, because the term splash mainly existed in a lot of men's fragrances. Yes. So this is more of a, I don't know, a dab, if you like?
Yes, that's what it is.
A dab. You know, you've heard of dabbing?
Dabbing?
Yeah, it's like a thing people do these days.
Right.
It's like a dance move, it's ridiculous. I can't even do it right. Okay guys, so of course we're joined by my mum here, and we're going to be looking at the presentation for Jour by Yves Rocher. So yeah guys, this is a classic fragrance. I mean, as you can see by the bottle design, I don't think you can get many bottle designs that look quite like this. This is just elegant.
Stunning, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is really, 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 really beautiful. The box itself as well, it kind of has this sort of nice feel to it. Thanks for the light, ma'am, I appreciate that. Yeah, it really is just an amazing fragrance, and let's look at it a little bit more. So we've got eau de toilette, 50 ml, 85% volume, product of Yves Rocher, Le Gisely, France, made in France. And we pretty much just get the name of the fragrance, and eau de toilette, 1.69 fluid ounce, which makes it a 50 ml bottle. And we get nothing on the back, but we do get this beautiful sort of like wood effect. If you guys can really see that, it's kind of like a wood. It's plastic, but it's got like a wood effect to it. And we get a glass dab right here, which is really, really nice to apply. And of course we get Jour in gold right there. So yeah guys, as you can see, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous bottle design. I'm really, really liking it. This is a 50 ml. And just even the box,
everything, really lovely.
It's just really, really nice. This isn't a popular scent, as far as I'm aware.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah? Not at all?
Not at all.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit more about this fragrance. Now, this is an eau de toilette concentration that pretty much behaves like an eau de parfum, in my opinion. So let's just apply this fragrance and we will talk about, of course, the smell. So, do you want it on that side?
Put it on there, because, yeah.
Different parts of the skin project fragrance differently. For example, on the inside of the arm, it's a lot more smoother, so the fragrance doesn't project a lot.
Right, so it's different on the back of the hand.
Different on the back of the hand, and it's also different on the wrist. Now this fragrance has a blend of iris and jasmine and rose in the top. Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely get just a very powdery...
I was just going to say that. It's very powdery and...
Yeah. It's a very spicy scent. Warm, romantic, definitely a dated fragrance as well.
It is a dated fragrance, but me personally, I could wear that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can imagine you wearing it. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit more about what this fragrance smells like in terms of other fragrances. Okay, yeah. But we'll answer that question in a bit. But yeah, apparently we get a lot of... apparently this fragrance is very strong of rose. But what I just adore about this fragrance is the old school vintage spice that it has. What do you think of it?
I think it's beautiful. The vanilla definitely comes through. And has it got a honey note?
It does have a honey note.
Does you smell honey?
It does indeed have honey. White honey, I believe it is.
You can definitely smell honey, and I get the rose too.
Yeah, I get rose, definitely. I wouldn't say it was bold, but it's definitely there.
It's not because I'm not a lover of rose, but it's a subtle rose, it's really nice. And it's probably because of the vanilla and the honey and everything else that goes with it.
It really is, yeah, exactly.
It's really lovely.
It is amazing.
It really is lovely.
I mean, Yves Rocher, they're not even a big brand. You can actually buy a lot of their fragrances. Nowadays, I mean, this one is discontinued. This was an older release. But a lot of their fragrances are really expensive. What made this fragrance an amazing purchase for me, an amazing add to my collection, was the fact that it had never been used. And the thing is with these splash-on bottles, they can really be disgusting at times.
Yeah.
Because I've actually purchased quite a few splash-on vintage perfumes before, and they have floaters in the bottle from like when people have been putting their hands around the cap and.
Not nice.
Not nice, but this fragrance, it hasn't churned, has it? It hasn't turned, or the smell hasn't seemed to age or.
Nah, no, definitely not. It's.
It is incredible, isn't it? It's
a very sophisticated smell. It's.
Yeah. Now, before I go any further, I just want to ask you this question. Do you think it's similar to Yves Saint Laurent's Opium?
Yes, because I used to wear Opium, although I think this is a bit more subtle. I don't think this is as strong as what you, like the Opium of the day when I was
back in the day.
Yeah. That was very strong, but I do get where you're coming from. Yeah, Opium definitely.
Opium is definitely a headier fragrance. It's spicier, more balsamic.
Yes, that's a lot softer.
This is softer, this is more on the oriental scale, so we're getting more vanilla and we're definitely getting more cinnamon and you know, all of these sort of spicy notes. It's just a beautiful composition. I wish I knew who made this, because whoever did make this has a bit of experience. Because there is no perfumer listed for this.
No. Is it really?
No perfumer listed.
I wonder why that is.
It's oh god, it really is amazing. So yeah, I mean, of course there is a big age gap between Opium and this as well. This one was 93, whereas Opium was 1977.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So there is a lot of differences. But from what I can really remember of Opium as well, though, it is, like I said, just a stronger fragrance. So I wouldn't really say this was a clone of Opium. I wouldn't say this was intended to be a clone of Opium, because yeah, I mean, the colours, the way the bottle looks, it could come across as looking like a clone of something. But no, I mean, it could be.
That's much nicer, I think.
I agree, yeah. Definitely has a more wearable feel. It's just amazing. I'm
not a great lover of heady fragrances, and the older I'm getting, the more subtle I like my fragrances to be.
Absolutely.
Where Opium, I used to wear it, but I couldn't wear it now.
Yeah.
But I could with this.
Opium itself is just a much more smokier fragrance. This one is just calm. It's soft, it's mellow, and it's a beautiful blend. It really, really is. And I love the whole breakdown of the notes. It's just got some really, really, really nice notes in it. So the fragrance itself is really, really incredible. I think the strongest notes that really stand out for me are the rose. There's definitely a nice vanilla note in there that really contrasts the sweetness and away from the spices a bit. The floral notes really give it that gentle feel. I think the powderiness could be coming from that jasmine, which just really gives it that really nice, warm Madame character.
Exactly.
I can imagine a French woman wearing it.
Yes, so could I. Totally.
Yeah, it really is just an amazing fragrance. So we're going to go through a few more things. That is pretty much the smell. So now what we're going to talk about is the longevity. Now the longevity on this is fantastic.
Amazing.
I mean, it's different on both our skin, but I mean, I'm constantly applying this.
Well,
I
was off to bed the other night and you applied some onto me, and I could still smell it on the next morning.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good. I thought.
When a fragrance lasts all night, that's when you know you've got a great quality scent.
Yeah.
I mean, I've recorded the time that this lasts on my skin, and it lasts for about 9 to 10 hours. Yeah. So brilliant scent life. I mean, the more you apply, the longer it is going to last on your skin, of course. But with this fragrance, you don't even have to apply that much. Literally, I mean, I've only applied 4 dabs.
Yeah.
Sillage, you know what sillage means?
No.
It's projection. So, for example, if you were to apply this, how far would it reach me?
Right.
I wouldn't say this fragrance was going to scare anybody away. This isn't like a Chanel No. 5, whereas when you spray it, it's going to fill up your nose and it's going to make you sneeze a lot. Of course, this fragrance is in a sprayer as well, so you can control how much you apply. I mean, you can with any fragrance really, it just depends on the force you put into the sprayer. But with this is definitely a calm, comforting, relaxing scent. Even though it has its spices and it has its oriental type of notes to it, this is a very relaxing, very calm, very... I mean, I can imagine this being worn in an evening for, you know, like...
It's definitely an evening fragrance.
But it's got this comforting vibe to it as well.
Yes, completely.
I don't know, like, for example, you could wear this after a bath on a night time. So if you're wearing your pyjamas and you just want to watch TV and you've got the fireplace lit and you've got the nice lamp on in the corner, it's just a nice, calm
It's a cozy smell. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you pretty much took the word in my mouth there. And of course, people suit certain fragrances. A personality can express a fragrance. It really can. It just depends on the person as well, and of course how much you apply. But decent sillage. Versatility. Do you know what this means?
Not in fragrance-wise.
Versatility means when could you wear this? Is this an all-year-round fragrance? Is this a summer fragrance? Is this an autumn fragrance? A springtime fragrance? A winter fragrance? I want to hear it from you.
I think it's an all time. When you were describing it before, I could imagine putting that on, going out on an evening, for a warm evening in a nice sundress.
Yeah.
I could definitely, I think the heat would bring, like the heat of the, well, not the sun because the sun's gone down, but on a warm evening.
Okay.
I could definitely wear that.
Okay, that's
on
really
a warm
interesting.
Evening.
That's really interesting. Because I tend to wear a lot of heady fragrances anyway, but...
So yeah, I don't do I really.
Not really. Not really. You tend to like, I mean, just like a lot of people who like fragrances, a lot of people tend to wear the citrusy fragrances in the summer.
Yeah.
So that's odd that you chose that for summer, but in a way I can kind of see what you mean.
I wouldn't wear it through the day, I don't think, but I would on an evening. You know, when you're getting showered and you're on holiday and you're going out in the evening.
Right.
I put it together with the sunshine, with the heat as
as
well.
that's fair enough, of course.
Which is really, it's not making much sense because I could wear this in the winter or the evening as well.
You really could. I think the cinnamon gives it a nice note.
Yeah, the cinnamon definitely.
The note of the cinnamon gives it a nice winter feel and even an autumn feel as well. But yeah, it is incredible. It really, really is. Now, the last thing I want to talk about with you is, does Jour smell like anything else out there? This is a new thing that I want to do on my channel, by the way. I want to ask the big question, does it smell like anything else?
Well, we had this conversation the other day, didn't we? And I think you, Laura, you know that I personally like Samsara.
That's right.
And I do get the Samsara vibe from it, definitely.
You really do, guys.
Yeah, because that's very oriental, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah.
I do. I don't think it smells, I don't think it could be a clone of it. Do you?
Well, what's interesting is Samsara features the note of incense, and this has myrrh in it.
Right.
So, one of the strongest notes in Samsara for me is, I think, the incense and the powdery vanilla and of course it's got a lot of florals in there.
And it's strange because the bottle's quite similar.
I mean, yeah, right?
Isn't it? It's the same shape.
Like something you'd find in the Orient.
Yeah, it is.
Like Asia, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But this, to me, I don't know if I prefer this over Samsara, because to me Samsara is Samsara. You can't beat it.
Samsara is just a classic. It's a genius smell. But
I mean, this was released
I think that's
4 years
close.
after '93, so
yeah, I think that's very close.
It is.
It's coming very close.
It is. But does it smell like anything else to you?
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, could I compare this to Chanel No. 5? I don't know.
Chanel No. 5 is a completely different fragrance
altogether. It is, totally.
It's a floral.
Yes, it is.
Floral aldehyde, whereas this is oriental.
That's what I'm saying. This is more like you can smell the orientals coming out.
You can smell the
of
sweet, spicy notes.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas Chanel No. 5 smells like a bouquet of flowers.
It does, but I do still get that,
But
and I don't know why.
Timeless perfume smell.
I smell it there. I don't know why I still get the Chanel No. 5.
I mean, I can see what you mean.
I could be. I don't know.
I can see what you mean. I mean, I'm sure all perfumes are a relative of one another. I mean, you've got to be inspired. You know what I mean? And you can tell this fragrance might have been inspired by Guerlain Samsara. It might even have been inspired by Opium by YSL, but it might have even been inspired by the one we were just talking about there, Chanel No. 5. Who knows? But to me, this is an amazing fragrance, and I would highly recommend that you guys check this one out.
Got to.
Yeah, it really is an amazing scent. I love everything about it.
It's not dated at all.
I don't know.
I could I could wear that.
I see what you mean.
I could put that in my handbag and take it out with me.
Yeah.
I could wear that.
Yeah, this to me is an attractive fragrance. It's not a pretty fragrance. This isn't a fragrance that I can imagine a young woman wearing.
No, me neither.
It's not a mature ladies. No, I know, but it's not. This isn't like an A&A by Cacharel.
No,
you can imagine
definitely not.
70 plus, 80 plus year old woman wearing it. This is a mature woman who has a lot of character.
Yes.
Somebody who has
Totally.
that confidence.
A lot of style.
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And it has it. It's got it from the beginning of the fragrance to the very end. And the one thing I will say to you guys is when you apply this, you'll be smelling your hand all day.
Totally, because I will be for the rest of the night until I shower.
Yeah, it's an amazing scent.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
What would you rate this fragrance out of 10?
Oh, I would give this a 9 out of 10.
9?
Certainly, yes.
Cool. I'd probably say 9 out of 10 as well. I think the reason I'm not gonna say 10 out of 10 is because I don't want to give it a, I don't want to praise it as much as possible, because there will be people out there who won't like this fragrance. Excuse me. So I'm not gonna praise it, but from what I've smelled and from what my mum smelled, we think it's an amazing fragrance. And it's all subjective, after all, this is just our opinions. But if you guys can get a bottle of this, I don't think you'll honestly be disappointed.
Me neither.
So yeah, if you love fragrances like Opium and Samsara by Galan, it's a great choice.
Yeah.
It really is.
And you might have to hide it.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, by all means, you're always welcome to wear any fragrance, ma'am. That's what we're there for, of course. And yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please do let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. And also, guys, do type some messages in the comments. Do type some questions. It could be anything from my mum, from me. And if you guys would love to see my mum in any more videos, whether it's live streams or any reviews or even, do let us, just do let me know, because she's very supportive of me and my channel, and I love it a bit.
Totally.
She's awesome. Thank you. As usual, you guys have been absolutely incredible. Thanks so much for all the support. I couldn't be any more thankful, literally. So guys, keep smelling good, and yeah, have a great one, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.